So some of these tools that I will mention today, they're probably maybe a concept that you've heard of before, but that you've never really explored or tried on your own. And so it'll be very interesting to see if you're able to apply some of these, because I think that they can be very beneficial when you really do implement them. So I am going to get started. So first of all, in order to even talk about the tools, I want to talk about the difference. So people talk about like, okay, oh, I'm overweight, and oh, I don't really eat too much. I don't even know why I'm overweight. And so the two main reasons that people are overweight or that have more weight on their body than they wish they had is because, first of all, they overeat. They overeat foods that are more food than their body requires for fuel. So that you have to learn right away, that the reason that you're overweight is because you overeat food that your body requires for fuel. And some people might say, well, actually, Myra, I don't really overeat. I actually undereat. So if you undereat, and that was actually me. Like I would eat once or twice a day, and I'm like, I don't know. And everybody would say, well, I don't know why you're chubby. I don't know why you're fat. You hardly eat. Well, the thing is that I was still overeating more food than my body required for fuel. Plain and simple, when you are overweight, it's because you overeat more food than your body requires for fuel. So that you have to learn right away. The first tool is you have to learning the difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger. So some of you might say, oh, I'm an emotional eater, but you think it's because you're feeling an emotion, or better yet, you are feeling an emotion, but you really don't know where it's coming from. And so there's a difference between physical hunger and emotional hunger. So physical hunger usually starts in your body. For example, it's when your stomach is growling and you feel and then you get you're that is more of a physical hunger. That's a sensation, actually. A sensation, it starts in your body and it sends a signal to your brain like, hey, we're hungry. Like your body is telling you that you're hungry. And emotional hunger is when you think, or emotional reasons you eat is because, it's really because you feel hungry and you think you're experiencing hunger, but really it's just your thoughts about food and your feelings about food. So a feeling is actually a vibration in the body that starts with your mind and then it sends a signal to your body. So that there's a difference, a sensation of hunger, and then there's emotional hunger. And emotional hunger is something that we don't always, like I said, we don't always know how to pinpoint it, but it's very important to know this, because this way you can actually tell your body, no, it's not time to eat right now. No, I'm not hungry right now. And so people don't know that they can do that, but you can. And so knowing the difference between emotional hunger and physical hunger will be a key ingredient to even learning about, knowing how to eat when you're hungry and then stopping when you're full. And that is, if we all listen to those signals that our body tells us, then we would all be at our natural weight, at our ideal, actually at our natural weight that our body is meant to be at. And some people, I even ask my clients, like, what is your natural weight? What do you and they have no idea, because they haven't really actually, first of all, stopped to think about it, and they've never felt it in their body. Like, what is their natural weight? Like, what is your body just supposed to weigh with the food that you put in your body to use as fuel? So what is fuel? Fuel is, of course, eating food that you can actually transform into energy in your body. For example, proteins and grains and healthy fats and vegetables and fruits. These are the types of food that your body was actually designed to eat, designed to have, and designed to use as fuel to be able to do everything on a daily basis. The problem is that these days we have actually used a lot of artificial ingredients to use that we call food, to put in our bodies to fuel us every day. But it actually does the exact opposite, because if you eat a lot of processed foods, you're usually tired. You're usually you complain a lot about being fatigued, or your body is just not meant to process those type of foods. And that's why when it's high in sugar, when you have a lot of flour in your diet as well, those type of things are not, those are artificial ingredients that we're putting in our body that our body, again, is not designed to process as fuel. It actually does the complete opposite. So how do learning all of that, the tools that I want to teach, and the way that you can actually learn how to why you're eating or how you're eating, and really raise that level of consciousness of like, why am I overweight? Why do I even overeat? And what is it that I'm overeating that's causing me to be overweight? So the first tool is going to be a food journal. And a food journal, a lot of people have heard about them, and you probably even tried it once or twice in some of the other eating plans that you've done. But I will tell you that the benefits of or better yet, the food journaling has actually proved that it helps sustain your weight loss longer than any other tool that you can find out there, and longer than any pill, longer than any wrap, longer than any shake, longer than anything. Why? Because when you realize what you're putting in your body, then it again raises your level of consciousness, and then you'll know if you really want to be eating that anymore. And then the other tool that I recommend to my clients is time journaling along with your food journaling, because it's very telling of why you're overweight when you find out when are you eating, how are you eating, and if you're even eating when you're hungry, and and it'll tell you what time of the day. It'll be able to tell you what time of the day you're overeating, and or you're feeling more cravings, or more you're needing that sugar rush, or whatever it is that you're needing, that flour in your body. Time journaling along with food journaling is so important. Again, very, very telling of why and how you eat, and it raises, both of these tools raise the level of awareness of what you're actually eating and what you're putting in your body. So these tools are probably the most important ones, and then I have several others that I wanted to mention as well. And again, this is this one is really not a secret to anybody. It's the scale. So some people say, "Oh no, I don't like to weigh myself." And honestly, you guys, I never weighed myself for probably, I can't even remember. That's how long it was that I did not weigh myself. But I do recommend that my clients weigh themselves every single day, because first of all, the scale and or the number on the scale is very neutral. Like it doesn't tell you it doesn't tell you anything except the pounds on your body, like the number of pounds on your body. That's all it tells you. What you make it mean, what you make that number mean, and what you make the scale mean for you is what makes it, what creates all this mind chatter and all this craziness in your head about, oh, I'm overweight, and oh, I'm I don't want to weigh myself, because you make it mean that you're ugly, that you're fat, that you're that you're not worthy, that you're not good enough, that you're not that you don't keep promises to yourself, because you can never stick to a plan, to an eating plan, or to a diet, or again. You make the scale mean, or we make the scale mean so many things. But in reality, the scale and the number on the scale is just a circumstance in our life, and we make it mean all these other things. So I do recommend that my clients weigh themselves every single day. I weigh myself every single day. And when it goes up a couple of pounds, I usually go back to my time journal and my food journal and say, okay, what did I eat? And and if I ate, for example, over the weekend I ate pizza with my daughter, and so today I was like, oh, okay, it went up, and then I was like, wait a minute, okay, I went back to my food journal and I realized that I had eaten pizza, and that's flour, that's extra flour and added carbs that my body, again, is gonna feel the difference, and and then all I did was, okay, I made it mean that, okay, it was what I ate, and not that, oh my God, I fell off the wagon, or I'm not good enough, or look at me again. I didn't make it mean anything. At first I was, I have to be very very aware and very conscious of what I'm thinking, and the way I coach myself and the way I coach my clients allows for that to happen, for you to be able to coach yourself at the moment when you get on the scale or when you do something that you're not supposed to be doing, and really, bring yourself back to not making it mean anything about you, because the scale doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't mean that, it doesn't even know that you are beautiful, that you are worth it, that you're an amazing person, that you do, that you can ride a bike, that you are a great mom, that you are, it doesn't, the scale cannot weigh that for you. All it can tell you is the weight on your body, and then so those are my 3 tools that I wanted to share with you today.